Alright, my dear math learners, we are down to our last reviewer series in preparation for the Term 1 examination for Grade 7 Mathematics. In this video, we will be discussing the last 10 questions, questions 41 up to 50. So if you haven't watched the first 4 parts, please do so in order for you to be well prepared in your upcoming examination. So without further ado, let's do this. Question number 41. Which of the following numbers is irrational and why? Is it 1/4 because it is a fraction? Is it square root of 3 because it cannot be expressed as a terminating or repeating decimal? Third, square root of 25 because it has a square root symbol? Or 0.6 or 6/10 because it is a decimal? Which do you think is the correct answer, my dear math learners? Alright, my dear math learners, talking about irrational numbers. These are numbers that are non-terminating, non-repeating. So therefore, if you have a fraction, if you have a decimal that is a regular decimal, it's a terminating or a repeating decimal, or if you have a perfect square and then you are asked to get the square root of it, those numbers are all rational numbers. Only one statement here is considered as an irrational number, and that is a number that is non-terminating, non-repeating, and that is the second statement, square root of 3. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, now let's go to the next question. If the exterior angle of a regular polygon measures 40 degrees, how many sides does the polygon have? Is it 10? Is it 7? Is it 8? Or is it 9? What do you think is the answer, my dear math learners? Okay, we already have discussed a lot of things about exterior and interior angles. So if you have an exterior angle that is 40, what you need to do, my dear math learners, is you just divide 360 by 40. So you cancel the 0 and 36 divided by 4, that would be 9. Let's check whether we are correct. Easy, right? I hope you got that one. So now let us go to the next question. Each interior angle of a regular polygon measures 135 degrees. How many sides does the polygon have? Is it 10? Is it 12? Is it 9? Or is it 8? What do you think is the answer, my dear math learners? Okay, my dear math learners, this question is very easy. Why? You just need to get the counterpart exterior angle for the given interior angle. So we have 135. So what is the exterior angle for that one? That would be, very good, 45 degrees. So this 45 degrees, what you need to do about this one is just divide this by 360. So 360 divided by 45. Alright. So what you get in that answer? 360 divided by 45. So that is, I think that is, very good, that is 8. So let's check whether we are correct. Easy, right? So my dear math learners, I hope you got that one. Now let's go to the next question. A car travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours. What is its speed? Is it 45 kilometers per hour? Is it 40 kilometers per hour? Is it 50 kilometers per hour? Or is it 60 kilometers per hour? What do you think is the answer? Alright, my dear math learners, this question is very easy. Why? Kilometers per hour, meaning divide the kilometers by hour. So 180 divided by 3, and the answer would be, very good, 60 kilometers per hour. Easy, right? Now let us go to the next question. Which of the following best represent a properly prepared simple monthly budget plan for a family with a 60,000 pesos monthly income? Is it food 40,000, rent 25,000, savings 10,000, total of 75,000 pesos? Next statement, all 60,000 pesos allocated to entertainment. Third, food 20,000, rent 10,000 only, no other allocation, total is 30,000 pesos. Or the fourth one, food 25,000, rent 15,000, utilities 5,000, and savings 10,000, and then others 5,000, a total of 60,000 pesos. What do you think is the correct answer, my dear math learners? Alright, this question is very easy. Why? Because we are budgeting the 60,000. So therefore, when you budget, of course, you divide that into parts in which, when you add them, the total is 60,000 pesos. So among the 4 given choices, the only one that is applicable, and it is very practical, is the fourth statement. Let's check. Alright, easy, right? I hope you got that one, my dear math learners. So now let us go to the next question. Which of the following is an example of a percentage application in real life? Is it measuring the length of a room? Is it identifying the number of sides of a polygon? Is it computing sales discount and simple interest? Or is it computing the area of a triangle? What do you think is the answer, my dear math learners? Alright, so we are talking about percentage in real life. So we are using percentage percentage. So basically, when we are using percentage in real life, we are talking about rates. And among the 4 given choices here, one statement uses the rate, and that is in computing sales discount and simple. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, very easy, my dear math learners. Now let us go to question number 47. Which rule correctly applies when multiplying two rational numbers? Is it the product depends on which number is larger? Is it with fractions, multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, then reduce or simplify to lowest terms? Is it is necessary to align the decimal points vertically when multiplying decimals? Or lastly, the product is always a whole number? What do you think is the answer, my dear math learners? Alright, very good. I think you got that one, because the correct answer here is the second statement. With fractions, you multiply the numerators and then you multiply the denominators, then reduce it to lowest terms. Let's check whether we are correct. Easy, right? So now let us go to question 48. Which comparison between a rational and an irrational number is correct? Square root of 3 is less than 1. Next, square root of 3 equals exactly as 1.5 or 1 and 5/10. Third, square root of 3 is greater than 1 but less than 2, while 3 halves is exactly 1.5 or 1 and 5/10. Or lastly, 3 halves is irrational because it involves division. Which do you think is the correct answer, my dear math learners? Alright, so basically, my dear math learners, among the 4 choices given, this one is wrong. Why? Because square root of 3 is greater than 1. Here, when you multiply 1.5 times 1.5, the answer is not square root of 3, or basically 3. So that is also wrong. Now, this one, 3 halves is irrational because it involves division. That is very wrong. Alright, my dear math, because 3 halves is considered a rational number. So therefore, my dear math learners, the correct answer here is the third statement. Let's check whether we are correct. Easy, right? So now let us go to question number 49. The angles of a quadrilateral measures 95 degrees, 80 degrees, 110 degrees, and x. What is the value of x? And what does this tell you about the polygon? Is it x is equal to 85 degrees? The quadrilateral is a rectangle. Is it x is equal to 90 degrees? The quadrilateral is a square. Third one, x is equal to 75 degrees. The quadrilateral is not a rectangle since not all the angles are equal. Or lastly, x is equal to 70 degrees. The quadrilateral is a trapezoid. What do you think is the answer, my dear math learners? Alright. Now, talking about rectangle and square, all of the angles for that or for those quadrilaterals are 90 degrees. So the first and the second statement are already wrong. This is wrong. Okay. So among this one, the trapezoid, there are 2 types of trapezoid. We have the isosceles trapezoid and we have the non-isosceles trapezoid, the regular trapezoid. Okay. So in order for you to know the correct answer, just remember that the sum of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So you have 95, you have 80, you have 110. You add those 3, you subtract it to 360 degrees. The answer for that one would be, very good, that would be 75. So by not considering the other statements, just the value itself, the third statement is the correct answer. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, easy, right, my dear math learners? Now let us go to the last question. Which of the following best distinguishes a regular polygon from an irregular polygon? Is it a regular polygon has curved sides? Is it a regular polygon has all sides and angles equal while an irregular polygon does not? Is it an irregular polygon has always has fewer sides? Or is it a regular polygon can have different angle measures? What do you think is the answer, my dear math learners? Alright, this question is very, very easy, my dear math learners. We have already talked about regular and irregular earlier. When we talk about regular polygons, the angles and the sides are all equal, while the irregular polygons, they don't have any equal sides or angles. So therefore, for this question, the correct answer is the second one. Let's check whether we are correct. Alright, my dear math learners, congratulations. Let's see the results. What is our score? Alright, perfect score, my dear math learners. I hope you have enjoyed our discussion and our review series for the preparation of the Term 1 examination for Mathematics 7, my dear math learners. If you find this very helpful, please share this to your fellow friends, classmates, and schoolmates. This has been your educator, math teacher Ash, saying it is fun to learn mathematics if we are together learning. Thank you so much. God bless and keep safe always.